Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome to the Great Hermit ModPack. And we're down here in the mines, gathering some resources for today, where we are going to get our machines on. That is right. We're going to start producing some more machines and things of that nature to kind of clean up our base and to take care of those monsters that live within our chests. And we're down here because I wanted to talk to you guys about mining and what are some better ways of gathering resources through the mod pack. So as you guys can see, I've got the bronze hammer of awesome right here. It's got some great abilities and things of that nature, but as you guys can see, it makes this huge chunk of land we're excavating like this, and it leaves all of this resources that we don't need: the cobble, the diorite, and the granite. As you guys can see in the inventory, I kind of like segmented some of these, so I kind of filter it manually, and then I have this area kind of full of extra resources here and there. But as you guys can see, I'm kind of filtering it out, but that's like so kind of vanilla boring. Like, I want to use the mods, I want to get into it. So what do you guys use to mine? Now, I know there's some drills and some things, and I want to see in the comments. I want you guys to kind of help me with what you use and how to make it better. Now, this hammer, you know, it's cool. See, this makes this big old chunk, but sometimes it's a little bit much. I think if I make another hammer, I'm not going to go with the super wide sides and tops. I'll use those extra modifiers for something else because it just gets to be a little much, and sometimes it's difficult to manage, especially in the Nether, and of course down here where there's lava and all sorts of things trying to get you. But yeah, so far we're getting all the resources we need because we're going to be working on our automated storage systems, like I said, and I think we should just have enough, but we need to make one trip to the Nether before we start our project today. And welcome to the Nether. As you can see, we are taking our super hammer right through all of this nether rack here, just clearing it all out. And hello, Malunium, or whatever you call yourself, I will take you. And what I've done is I've taken all of our supplies from our mining expedition in the overworld and compiled those all into that sack right there. So now we're down in the Nether here, and we're looking for quartz and just general cobalt and those other things. And look at that, we are clearing out very well today. And you might be wondering how I am clearing this out so fast. Not only does our hammer have the super haste and all those things, but the wonderful Cub fan gave us an extra one of his rings, which has haste and strength and resistance on it, which is so cool. So big thanks to Cub for giving us his extra one of those. That's really awesome. So over here, it looks like we've got ourselves some quartz, because some of the machines that we're going to be building require a decent amount of quartz, and of course, oh, that's dangerous stuff. Of course, a little extra bit of gold. So that's why we're kind of grabbing some of this. Look at this. We can just, oh my gosh, we can just plow right through this. The problem is they got all this stupid, like Bernie stuff that hurts my feet. You know, I'm no firewalker. I'm not going to be going across that. That's just terrible. Anyway, look at this. We can just, whoa, that's a lava wall. We're getting way too carried away with this thing. You can get really carried away with this. Oh, hello there, my shiny little preciousness. Come into my... See, you can just get way too carried away with this thing and you just keep getting into the danger zones with this. But yeah, let me grab up this diamond. Let me grab up the quartz that we missed because our inventory filled up with netherrack because we didn't really set our little vanilla style filters up. But my friends, I'll see you guys back in the overworld to start those machines as I collect my preciousness over here. Oh, more lava. No! This house really comes out perfect when the sun is setting and you can see that beautiful pink, impulse. We're trying to look at that sunset. Why can't we ever have sunsets on the server? Nobody ever appreciates a sunset around here. But when I see that sunset behind the house, I absolutely love it. Oh, the lilies have grown. Oh, that's awesome. Let's shoot up there. Oh, I'm excited. These things are fine. Well, that was a poor throw. Well, what's new here? But look at that. Oh, I'm super excited about that because we've been waiting for those things to grow for so very long. All right, so if you've been watching me for some time, you know I have a great habit of turning chests into complete disaster zones. Some even call them the chest monsters. And I'm just going to show you guys them. I want you all to brace yourselves. I know this is going to make the hair on your neck stand up. Because here we go. Oh man, it's just so bad. Oh, it's so bad. It's bad, my friends. I don't know what to say. It's just a problem. It's a real bad problem I'm trying to work on, and that's what we're gonna work on today. So let's jump into our crafting bench here and let's see about some storage that will help us with this. So RF is where we're headed. And this is the RFTools mod. And the first thing it's got up here, if I can find it anyway, is the storage module. Well, I'm having a hard time finding it. Where is it? I know it's here. I refuse to search for it. There it is. Awesome. Okay. So this is the first thing we need, and we're going to make 4 of these. So the first things we're going to need is some redstone and some quartz and a machine frame, and that is made up of those materials. Awesome, because we went and got all those resources that we needed. So look at all this. So let's bring in just kind of the first kind of sets of things that we need. I'm going to break these gold blocks up a little bit. There we go. Looking good so far. All right. I don't know if we're going to need diamonds, but we're going to need quite a bit of this. We're also going to need the coal blocks for some power generation because we're also going to start getting some power going. So let me just pull in just a few more of those blocks together. All right, let's jump back into that crafting bench. The beauty of mods is it allows us to do some absolutely amazing things, which I'm so excited about today. And let's see, we need a coal generator. That's one of our first things. So we're going to actually need to get some redstone torches and some machine frames. And what is it telling we don't have? Oh, we don't have iron. Oh, hello, iron. Where did you go, Mr. Iron? Iron, where did you go? There you are. Iron's trying to get away from me. It just doesn't want to become machine parts, apparently. You know, do you blame the iron? Do you really want to be a machine for the rest of your life? I don't know. It's a great question. We don't even have a chest. Okay, what do we need? Okay, we just need to break this apart and turn these into some beautiful chests. There we go. Do you guys ever get kind of tired of the oak standard chest design, that kind of yellowish, kind of cardboard color? I don't like that. I wish Mojang would change up that design, or Mojang, whatever they want to be called. I know that they like to be called Mojang, it turns out. I went to Minecon, I found these things out. Let's see, module storage, here it is. So this is our first one here, and that is going to look beautiful. That is our first one. And then, like I said, we're going to need a couple of these, and these machine frames, we're going to need 1 million machine frames. It's going to be machine frames for days. That's kind of what we're doing right now. So let me start building up as many of these as I can. And welcome back. So as you can see, we got ourselves an achievement, sorting stuff, turning those chest monsters upside down. There we go. So we've created 4 of these. And that's where we're going to start now, just kind of getting this set up. Now, I'm going to move these storage units eventually underground and then into the house once we're done, but I'm going to keep it in this area because this is closer to my chest. It'll be a little easier to organize. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is create something called the remote storage. That's, ender pearls. Oh, no, that's right. I remembered I grew these. You know, I was thinking ahead, kind of, maybe, or I just wanted to grow these. I forgot. I may or may not have been growing those for this purpose or not, but let's go to that remote storage. There we go. There we go. That's awesome. Okay, so that's our last thing on that account. Now let's move that over here, and I'm going to set that right next to it. Okay, next phase we need is the coal generation. So why don't we see if we can find some sticks. Oh, hello sticks. Welcome to my inventory. It's great to have you. There we go. Put those in there. Awesome. Oh, hello hammer. That's not what I wanted, but I guess if you want to be there, you can be there if you want. And let's jump over to, let's see. Okay, I think we've almost got everything we need except for the coal generator. That's what we're going to need now. And that is our last phase. So I'm going to start powering this coal generator up. I'm going to stick it right in between there. I'm going to throw in some coal. And as you can see, so I'm just learning this whole RF whole thingamabob. And as you can see, the coal is being generating power. So as you can see, there's like 60 RF in here, but it's now being overrode to start powering this area. And as you can see, this is where it's going to start getting kind of complicated. So what we're going to be building is these chips. So storage modular tier 1, and you have to make 1, then you got to make 2, and then you got to make 3 as you kind of work up the tech tree to that. And then there's some ore kind of directory, so you can kind of choose which ore gets moved into which storage unit. And then of course there's some storage filters. That's pretty cool. And then this helps kind of sort specific mods. So if you have one set of mods, you can kind of sort them through the inventory. So that's kind of neat. And then the last thing we're going to build, of course, is our storage module tablet. So think about it as like an iPad. And it's something that we can remotely access these storage units, which is going to be amazing. So yeah, let's let this fill up, and I'm going to start crafting some of these remote storage and storage module ones. So I'm now building the remote storage modules, And this is pretty cool because it's going to allow us to have remote storage. And we need to kind of bind these to these little guys that we just created. Now, this is first tier, so we need to use this first tier to then upgrade to the second tier. You need the first tier to move up to the second, and then you know going on to the third. But we're gonna start with just tier 1 for now. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna head over here. And remember how we got this coal generator rolling? So it's now filling up. So this piece of coal stack is now filling this thing full of RF. And we're going to use that in just a minute to use a tablet. So let's jump over here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install these guys. We're going to set these all in here. And I am just very much hoping that I'm not fouling this up. I'm really hoping I'm not. So I need to make one more of these. There we go. And it's starting to get very mysterious. See, don't you guys love sunsets in Minecraft? And this particular sky pack makes the sky so beautiful. So let me throw this one in here. Make sure these are all should be perfect. Okay, storage module tier 1. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in here and watch that. Those have now been assigned number 1. They're my number 1 storage module. And as you guessed it, these are number 2 and you're number 3. And because I can't count, I forgot to make another one. So why don't we just grab ourselves one more of those? There we go. And let's sneak on back over here, pop that in there, and that should be number 4. Beautiful. All right. So forgot the next part. Trying to remember in my head. Yeah, I'm going to say I did. I'm going to say I did. And that's the way I'm going to go with this. So I'm going to grab out these 2 sections. This is going to be my number 1 box right here. And I'm going to set that into there, and I'm going to set you here, and then you guessed it, I'm going to sneak back over here. That's number 3, and you should be number 4. Beautiful. So 3 goes on top. Oh man, I hope I'm doing this right. There we go. Awesome. All right, so these should be now assigned to these remote sticks over here. So we should be able to have this ready to go. So this one over here can now be stacked. Look at that. We can now throw anything in here. So say we just go like that. Look at that. Oh, the organization. I can't wait to have this organization. Now this gets way more complicated with some ability to do some crafting on this side and then some really interesting sorting mechanics over here, which we'll get to in just a minute. But just the thought that we are now about 10% more organized just fills Scar's heart with so much joy and wonder. All right, let's see here. Let's get those set. And now what we need to work on is potentially moving on to the tablet. And that's kind of where I hope I haven't fouled this up yet. So why don't we jump over, grab ourselves a tablet, or create that, okay? So we created our tablet. Now comes the tricky part. Let's see if I remembered how to properly do this. I'm gonna take out my tier 1. Hello, tier 1. And I'm gonna sneak back over here to this crafting bench. I'm gonna put these guys back in here like so. And then that is now attached to itself, okay? So then I'm gonna put this in my RF here. Get a little RF going on there. There you go, a little RF. Building up to about 220,000. There we go. Okay, so this should access the inventory. This totally should. So if I say throw this, why do I open this up and throw it in here? Okay, and then will it connect to here? No. Okay. Okay, let me see how I did this. Let me take number 1 out of here. I'm just gonna throw it in here just to see. And then if I throw that into the inventory, so if I put, no, still not working. Okay, so that's 10 blocks of gold in there. How do I do this? Give me 1 second. Let me try to figure this out. And I think I got this working. So I went with my duct tape and spit method, and I think I've got it working. So what we've got in here is all of these little remote module chips. And as you can see, I have some specific items in each one if I can kind of use that as a guide to see if this is actually working. So over in this unit over here, as you can see, I've got the chips in this section over here. So instead of having, let's jump over here real quick. What we had before was we just stuck in like a module chip like that. And then we open this up. Remember, this is just kind of like if you're on the fly and you just have this in your inventory. So what I've done now is let me take that out of there and let me put this in here. And I have this tied to one of the units. I don't think it matters which one, but as long as they're tied together, watch this, bam, we have access. Look at that. There's the emerald, and I can go down here to cycle to the next machine, and look at that. It's all of our different units. Look at how amazing that is. Aha, we are so organized. We're scaring those chest monsters away with our super organization. I'm so excited. Hashtag Scar sings right there. If you know from the Twitch streams, that was a thing. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think this is going to be amazing. So what we can do is we're just over here doing some gathering. Say we're looking for flowers and we're getting our flowers all built up. Look at all of our beautiful flowers, and we open up our inventory here and we can throw them in there like that and they're gone. They've been sorted into the inventory. I'm very, very pleased with this because I think this is going to really help us with our organization throughout the mod pack. And you guys are going to have to let me know, did I do this right? I mean, it's working. Like I said, it's the SCAR method of duct tape. I think it's working. So make sure you always kind of keep this thing powered. It looks like it holds a decent amount of power, so it's not going to wear out on us real quick. But I'm really, really happy about this. Remember in our last episode where we added this super awesome, crafting inventory and of course larger inventory space? Well, you can actually use this inside of like too many items or whatever this thing is called. So this is really cool. So say we just wanted to make an elevator or something like that. We actually need a machine frame. We could just do that directly inside the inventory, which is amazing. We don't have to go over to our crafting benches anymore. We're just getting more efficient every day. You guys are probably so proud of me right now. All these things we're learning so fast. It's amazing. But this is what we're going to work on now is the storage scanner. That's right. This sounds pretty fancy. So let's pull that out of there and let's drop that right on top of there because I do believe this will start draining out its RF. Because this thing's going to need powering. There you go. Look at you go like that. All right, so this is another way of really kind of refining the storage system. So as you can see, this is that scan, and you can scan up to like 20 blocks. So we're not going to get too crazy. We're only going to go to about 4 blocks. And as you can see, that scanned and picked up all of the module blocks right in this vicinity. So as you can see, let's try to find the ones that we want. So these are the modular units. So I'm going to tag these guys with some stars because we're now best buds. You just put a star on any of your best buds. So I'm going to stick all of these guys at the, at the very top like so. And then let's see, what are you? Oh, there you are, remote storage. I'm going to put you at the top too. And as you can see, it's containing all of our cards. Now we have to be very careful with those because those contain our life. Those literally contain our life. It's like the Matrix. We live inside those cards. Yes, we just got very deep right there. All of our resources live amongst these cards. So we got to be careful. So I'm going to tag that also. Now this is the coal generator. I'm going to remove the coal generator because you're not useful at the moment. There we go. All right, so over here, let's drop down over here. As you can see, this is where we store just say one of our gold units. What we could do now is say I want to put more in there. Look at that. We can access all of these guys from right here. Isn't that really cool? Now, I don't know if, and this is all of our resources, so we can just, instead of go between this one and that one, or go into our iTablet here, that's right, call them the iTablet, you can go directly into this and you can access all of them. And you got your crafting bench. I don't really know how that works anyway. But yeah, I love that. You can go between them or all of them. And I love it. It's so cool. I'm just amazed by what some amazing modder out there came up with this crazy idea and all these blocks. I'm just fascinated by this because I know so little about it. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. So now it comes the daunting task. You might be asking, Scott, what is the daunting task? To somehow get all of these resources and everything that is inside of all of our sacks of wonder into that machine somehow. Now, the other question would be, where do we store this thing now? Now that we've got it built, where do we store this? Now, do we want to go into our temporary cave down there because that was the real place where we're going to put this? Or do we just kind of want to stick it in the house just to be safe? Because, well, we did build this house. It is super fancy and it's still not quite done yet inside. We have a lot of work to go, but I don't know. Where should we put this? I think we're going to put it into the cave for now. So let's start kind of sorting this thing out and seeing where we want to put different things. I'm kind of considering keeping it at the 4 units. So we have 4 of these. I don't want to get too crazy, but I'm thinking maybe like say this one becomes building materials. This one could become like ores and stones and then just miscellaneous on the other ones for now. Does that sound reasonable to you guys? So let me see what I can do about getting these things a little bit more filled up and organized. So our storage unit number 3 here is full. So let me put the card back in the slot. There we go. And then let's jump over here. As you can see, this one is completely full and we are at capacity. So let me pull that back out and let's see if we can make ourselves a little upgrade action. So this is kind of where we want to go with our upgrades. So let me pull out my inventory crafting menu. There we go. And then let's go up to tier 2. Now we need a couple things. We need a chest, So I'm actually going to sneak over here. I'm going to remove you. There we go. And I'm going to sneak on back down here. There we go. Awesome. All right. So let's head over here and then let's create this tier 2. Now, my only concern is that we overrode everything that's inside the chest or inside the card that matter. And I'm kind of, yeah, it overrode it all. Oh, what a fail. Oh, no. So we overrode all of that, unless that's what we had, unless we stuck tier 2 in there, and this is still tier 1. I don't think we failed. We had some premature failure there, my friends. Hold on, hold on. Let's see if we can figure this out. I thought you could just take like a tier 2 card and then craft it. Let's see. Oh, I think we did it. I think we did it. Oh, we had a little fail there, but turned out it was premature. Ah, that's wonderful. So let's jump back over. Yes, there it is. Oh, that's awesome. There we go. Awesome. Very happy about that, I think. Let's check. Yes. Ah, very, very cool. So we can put more stuff in here finally. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, it updated itself. So we're at half capacity. Now we can upgrade this one more time, and let's jump back over and let's just do it. Let's just create a tier 3. Oh, I'm quite bouncy today. So this is not it. This one. Okay, so we're going to move you over there. And you're going to hang out on that side, okay? Not to get confused here. Actually, I'm going to put you on the floor for now. That's right. So we want to move over to a tier 3. So let's do that. Excuse me, I want you out of my inventory. It's not that I don't like you, it's just I can't have you right now, okay? There you go. All right, so we're gonna pull that out, cut that over there, and bam. All right, we've got ourselves a tier 3. And I hope this is enough. Like, I really do hope that's enough to actually, you know, store everything we need. See, if this is all of our storage, so all of these random blocks like that, so we can still go up about it. So it's only like a quarter or so. So I think that's good. So if we upgrade the rest of these, I think this should be enough storage for at least now. And then we can get to the point where these are our, you know, our storage units on the fly. And then we'll have our deep storage room where we have offline storage for now. I think that'll be a great solution. And my friends, I'm going to continue to organize our inventory, get my tablet back, and get busy organizing. And welcome back. And as you can see, our hillside is getting cleaned up and ready to go for the eventual building of our horse barn. And you might be wondering, but Scar, what's going to go in there? Horses? What do we need horses for? That is correct. We don't need horses. What we need is a place to build machines. And I think it would be really fun to build a horse barn that's been converted into a machine shop. Now, the design of the house over here is kind of going with an old-fashioned house, but in a modern era. So that's why there's going to be machinery. That's why there's going to be solar panels and wind turbines and different things along those lines in the fields out here. So I think that's kind of a fun idea. We kind of go with this old-fashioned house, but set in a modern era. I think that's kind of a fun design. But as you can see, look at how much work this was. We got all of those chests down to 3 chests plus our storage units. Let's take a look inside, and this is our rare ore chest. And as you can see, we can kind of get some of this out of here and kind of shrink them down into more compressed blocks. But look at all that wonderful stuff. It's absolutely, I had no idea I had this much stuff. When I realized, like, man, I'm like a pack rat or something like that. Look at all this. It's crazy. Now we can organize these a little bit better, you know, get these things in slightly. Hello. Hello. Did I just break it? We're just not going to look at that one right now. And then over here, let's take a look at this one. As you guys can see, this one got really full. So what I did was compress a bunch of dirt down and some netherrack and some cobble, of course. And also I realized something else I could do for things that can't be compressed. I can put them in sacks of storage. So I just got rid of 22 items and just put it in a sack, which counted as 1 item. So that seemed like a smart idea. Is this one still broken? Oh no, there it is. So it's a lot of stuff. Like the seeds, eventually we'll have that all planted into the ground and we can get that all out of there. But generally, I think that's a good system. Of course, I want to hear from you guys. Now we still need to move this into the cave. So all of this stuff, what I'm going to do is create another storage Ooh, hello, crafter. Aww. I don't know what the crafter does. What does this do? Does this do what I hope it does? Is potentially make things out of, say, take all of our gold nuggets and create ingots out of it? That would be super useful. But for now, we just need to create 1 more of these guys. Looking good. And then we're going to jump over here and look for our Oh, there you are, hiding from me, you little sneak. All right, so I'm gonna put this right. I have it upside down. Let me try that one more time. There we go, and then I'll put that in there. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out all of this stuff, and I'm just gonna dump it in there. So this is stuff that I'm still using for different projects here and there, but I think it'll be useful just to kind of throw it in here for now. Hello, come back here, thank you. But for now, I think it'll be awesome just to have this stuff all just dumped into one spot, and I can come get it later. But yeah, so next thing we need to do, we need to pick up all of our supplies and then send it into the caves, because those caves are our only hope to keep this area from being destroyed by Bob, the building creeper inspector, because he did blow up a couple chests while I was organizing. So I'll meet you guys inside the cave. All right, and welcome into our temporary caves. Now, excuse the poor quality of these caves. We're gonna make them look a little bit fancier, but I think in this little back corner is where our new setup is going to go. So let's start looking through here. So let's start getting out kind of our modular storage units. And what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna build them up kind of along this corner here, get them going like that. Now this one is gonna be our random chest, and I'm gonna set that one over there for now. And I don't think, oh no, these actually do have their components inside of them. Let's look for this one needs to be replaced. So I need to get rid of that one and then replace it. Let's see, get that one up there. Awesome, there we go, okay. And then the coal generator, let's put that one, let's put this up here. Let's put, the coal generator needs to go right here, I think. And then let's take our remote storage unit and we'll put that right there. And that should power up both of those things as, yeah, that's good, perfect. And then let's take our modular storage and let's put the other one right there. So there's our random chest, and then there's our 4 on the network. And I think that should be good. And then over here, we just need to take this and then start putting these back into the slots. There we go. Look at us. We're like IT specialists over here. Look at that. Pretty fancy. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, the lights are turning on. Oh, yes. Look at all that. That's so awesome. Oh, that's really, really cool. So that should be powering that. All right, we got the rack going, and then let's add that to the, oh, there's our random box. Look at, what's this, random 64 diamonds in there. Look at that. That is looking amazing. Nice and safe deep within our cave. And I might need to grab myself just a quick little snack here. Let me grab out, ooh, not raw meat. Ooh, that's not going to do me any good. There we go. Let's have some nice bread here. Ooh, very nice. You know the nice smell of French bread? Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. And there we go, my friends. That is today's episode, which took an incredible amount of time, but I think it is so worth it. What we've done finally is get all of our supplies organized and ready to go in a nice storage situation. So what I need to do now, let's chop all this rest of this stuff out of here, and I'm going to meet you guys in the next episode when we start working on some more machines and getting that house interior built up and ready to go. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, a like rating would be much appreciated. And of course, if you want to be notified when I upload the next video, definitely click the little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified via push notifications or email. Then until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later.